Good day and welcome. You're watching St. Maarten News Desk, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, St. Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Police seek missing teenager. The police force is asking for the public's help in locating a missing 16-year-old girl, Kishnis Rashina Kenepa. According to police, Kishnish was last seen on Sunday, May 31st, in the area of Robbie's Lottery on LB Scott Road. She is described as having a light brown complexion and black hair. Police say they are concerned for her well-being and are urging anyone who may have information about her whereabouts to come forward immediately. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Philipsburg Police Station at 542-2222 or call the emergency number 911. The police force is also appealing directly to Kishnis, asking her to contact the police or her mother as soon as possible so her family and authorities can be assured of her safety. Police thank the community for its assistance and cooperation in helping bring her home safely. Police probe Maho robbery attempt. The police force is investigating an attempted robbery at a jewelry store in Maho that occurred shortly after 2 p.m. on Tuesday. Police say several emergency calls were received reporting the incident, prompting patrol officers and detectives to respond immediately. Preliminary findings indicate that a group of suspects traveling on 3 to 4 scooters and dressed in dark clothing attempted to rob the business but were unsuccessful. The suspects reportedly fled the area and crossed into the front side of the island through the Kupakori border shortly after the attempt. Detectives are continuing their investigation and are asking anyone who witnessed the incident or has information that may assist authorities to come forward. Members of the public can contact the police force at 542-2222 or provide information anonymously through the tip line at 9300. And other law enforcement news, the court of first instance will hear the Papaya case on June 4th involving the death of firefighter S.J. The hearing will take place in Bonaire with live video links available for public viewing in both Seba and St. Maarten. ERP1 repairs begin across communities. Repairs to schools, gyms, public sports facilities, and district courts across St. Maarten are set to begin this month under the Emergency Recovery Project 1. The National Recovery Program Bureau says contractor Wynwood Roads will begin site possession and mobilization activities in June ahead of repair works at several locations. These include the Simpson Bay, Cole Bay, and K Bay district courts, school gyms, community facilities, and sports sites across the island. The planned works will vary by location and may include repairs to gym floors, playing surfaces, roofs, doors, windows, fencing, court markings, repainting, and other safety-related improvements. The NRPB says some activities may be staggered to reduce disruption to schools, residents, and facility users. Temporary work zones, restricted access, equipment deliveries, and parking adjustments may also be seen in some areas. In St. Peter's, temporary access changes will be introduced along Copper Drive for work near Sister Magda School and St. Maarten Academy. The works are being implemented by the NRPB on behalf of government, funded through the St. Maarten Trust Fund, financed by the Netherlands, and administered by the World Bank.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Maarten, your news desk feature story is coming up. But first, Here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into the forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Stay connected to the best of local and Caribbean content anywhere, anytime with the TVC Plus app, the official app of TVC Channel 40. With the TVC Plus app, you can watch TVC Channel 40 live, catch every episode of your favorite shows on demand, watch exclusive pay-per-view content, listen to Voice of the Caribbean radio, and watch and read SKN Newsline. The TVC Plus app is available on all your devices. On the Google Play Store, search TVC and the plus sign. In the Apple App Store, type the words TVC Plus. And we're also available on the Amazon App Store for Fire TV and Fire Stick devices. Search the words TVC Plus. Download today and take TVC Channel 40 wherever you go.
All right, don't miss NEWSDESK, weekdays at 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. on TVC. Sync Kids to the World, now streaming everywhere. Smart 2026 draws strong interest. Smart 2026 is already surpassing previous editions in attendance and booth bookings, with organizers reporting that only a few exhibition spaces remain available. The St. Maarten annual regional trade show known as SMART will take place from June 22nd to 26 and marks the 18th edition of the Binational Tourism and Trade event. Organizers say 79% of booths are already occupied, even after convention space was expanded to include the full JW Marriott Resort Convention Center. The event is organized by the St. Maarten Hospitality and Trade Association, the St. Maarten Tourism Bureau, l'Office du Tourisme, and Club du Tourisme. Delegations are expected from several destinations, including Anguilla, the British Virgin Islands, Curacao, Saba, Statia, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Maarten, and the United States. Organizers also report growing European interest supported by Air Caribes, bringing a French delegation of tour operators, and by airline partners offering travel support. Economic Affairs Minister Honorable Grisha Maarten says SMART helps strengthen tourism partnerships while positioning St. Maarten as a year-round destination, especially for summer and shoulder season growth. BRG Hollywood reaches YouTube milestone. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Luke Mercelina is congratulated local recording artist BRG Hollywood on what government describes as a historic YouTube milestone. BRG Hollywood has become the first music artist from the Dutch side of St. Maarten to reach 1 million views on YouTube with the song "We Not Going Home" featuring C4. The Prime Minister said the achievement is not only a personal milestone for the artist, but also an important moment for St. Maarten's cultural and creative industries. He said it shows the growing reach of local talent and places the island's music and culture before a global audience. Dr. Mercelina praised BRG Hollywood's dedication, hard work, and perseverance, adding that artists serve as ambassadors who tell the country's stories and showcase its culture beyond borders. He also recognized the fans, family members, producers, musicians, and entertainment community who supported the artist's journey. Government says the achievement is a proud moment for St. Maarten and an inspiration to young creators pursuing their own dreams. Local author launches journal for women. St. Maarten author and concept artist Claudine Williams Westcott has released Butterfly Souls, an inspirational journal and coloring book for women. The debut work combines original artwork, reflective writing prompts, and words of wisdom gathered from women who have influenced William Westcott's life, including mothers, sisters, friends, and mentors. The book is designed as a creative and reflective space for women navigating the pressures of modern life. Readers are invited to color, journal, pause, and move through the pages in whatever way feels natural to them. In the introduction, Williams Westcott describes the book as an invitation for women to pause, reconnect with themselves, and remember the value of their own intuition and authenticity. Born and raised on St. Maarten, Williams Westcott says she was shaped by a community where women's wisdom was passed through conversation, presence, shared meals, and honest guidance. Butterfly Souls is now available on Amazon and locally at Flow Wellness Boutique, Fit Foods, and Van Dorp Spaces, with more locations expected soon.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the St. Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard. To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
In our regional update, storms and travel. In regional news, the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season officially began on June 1st and runs through November 30th. Forecasters are predicting a quieter season compared to recent years, with NOAA expecting 8 to 14 named storms, 3 to 6 hurricanes, and up to 3 major hurricanes. Still, disaster officials across the Caribbean are urging residents not to become complacent, reminding the public that even one storm can cause serious damage, flooding, power outages, and economic loss. Residents are being encouraged to review emergency plans, prepare supplies, secure important documents, and follow official weather updates throughout the season. Meanwhile, regional travel could become easier through a new interline agreement between Liat Air and Air Caribs. The partnership will allow passengers to book connecting flights on both airlines through one ticket, with luggage checked through to the final destination. The agreement is expected to improve connections between the English, French, and Dutch-speaking Caribbean, while also creating smoother links to Europe through Paris.
Welcome back. Each day we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on St. Maarten. Welcome to today's News Desk feature.
St. Maarten has always understood the power of tourism. It fills hotels, brings cruise ships, supports restaurants, taxis, excursions, shops, construction, aviation, entertainment, and thousands of jobs across the island. But a newly released public white paper titled Beyond Visitor Growth, a National Tourism Vision and Strategic Development Strategy for St. Maarten is asking the country to confront a deeper question. Is more tourism always better tourism? The document argues that St. Maarten is at a defining moment. Tourism remains the backbone of the economy, but the current model also exposes the island to serious vulnerabilities. Seasonality, infrastructure pressure, economic leakage, environmental stress, rising operating costs, and dependence on visitor volume rather than visitor value. That distinction is important. For years, success has often been measured by arrivals. More cruise passengers, more flights, more hotel nights, more people moving through the island. But the white paper argues that St. Maarten must now shift from a volume-driven tourism model to a high-value tourism model, one focused on higher visitor spending, longer stays, stronger local participation, better wages, lower environmental pressure, and improved quality of life for residents. In simple terms, the goal is not just to attract more visitors. The goal is to make tourism work better for the country. The paper points to familiar pressure points during peak tourism periods. Roads, utilities, beaches, parking, waste systems, the airport, cruise areas, and public infrastructure all come under strain. That affects not only visitors, but residents who live with congestion, high costs, and overburdened systems every day. It also highlights economic leakage, the reality that part of tourism spending leaves the local economy through imports, foreign ownership, overseas booking platforms, and external procurement. So St. Maarten may host a visitor but not always capture the full value of the visit. That is why the strategy puts local participation at the center. It calls for stronger entrepreneurship, vendor development, tourism incubators, financing support, digital commerce, and local supply chains. If tourism is truly the national engine, then more St. Maarteners must be positioned not only as workers, but as owners, creators, suppliers, and decision makers. The white paper also places major focus on Philipsburg, describing the capital and cruise district as the country's primary tourism gateway and national showcase. Its vision includes a more vibrant, walkable waterfront with better lighting, beautification, public art, cultural installations, water taxi connectivity, heritage preservation, nightlife, entertainment, and stronger links between cruise passengers and local businesses. That matters because Philipsburg should not be just a place visitors pass through. It should be a destination experience in itself. The document also pushes tourism beyond beaches and cruise numbers. It identifies culinary tourism, cultural tourism, entertainment, heritage trails, village experiences, medical tourism, marine transportation, yachting, ferry integration, water taxis, and the blue economy as areas where St. Maarten can diversify. That wider approach is important because tourism dependence becomes risky when the product is too narrow. Hurricanes, pandemics, airline disruptions, fuel prices, global recessions, and geopolitical instability can all hit St. Maarten quickly. A stronger tourism model must therefore be more diversified, more resilient, and less dependent on one type of visitor or one season of activity. The white paper also links tourism to energy transition, waste management, workforce development, public safety, environmental protection, healthcare, and national cleanliness. Its message is clear. Modern tourism competitiveness depends not only on marketing, but on the quality of the destination itself. And that may be the real shift. Tourism cannot be treated as the responsibility of one ministry or one industry group. Roads, safety, beaches, waste, training, culture, energy, transportation, and immigration all shape the visitor experience and the resident experience. The paper warns that without modernization, St. Maarten risks worsening congestion, declining visitor satisfaction, infrastructure overload, environmental strain, stagnant wages, weaker competitiveness, and growing resident frustration with tourism. That warning should be taken seriously. Tourism remains strong only when residents believe it benefits them. So this white paper should not be read as just another tourism document. It is a national development argument. It says St. Maarten should not chase numbers for the sake of numbers. It should chase value. Better spending, better jobs, better infrastructure, better local ownership, better environmental protection, better experiences, and better quality of life. Because the future of tourism may not depend on how many more people St. Maarten can fit. It may depend on whether tourism can give more back than it takes.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of St. Maarten News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, St. Maarten.